Morning Dish.
He's the hardest working man in show business. His band's music takes you into the midnight hours. And when you wake up, his voice is back on your radio alarm clock. How on earth did this happen?
Well, Jeff saw me taking out the trash at the radio station, and I won an award.
It's the Morning Dish with the 2017 Radio Personality of the Year Award winner, Stephen Phillips.
Well, my daddy told me one day I'd amount to something.
And Murphy's own Sherry Raines.
Stephen, be ready, because I can dish it out.
Well, my problem is I can't take it.
And Packy Smith is a winner, too.
Are we all aware that 2017 was a few years ago?
Well, all right.
He's not in radio for the money, just the glory.
You have got to get Stephen Phillips off the radio. He has lost it.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning to you. How you doing, man?
Well,
down there in Georgia.
We're down here in the God's country, son. You're up there. Are you still in Nashville, or where you at now?
I'm in Kentucky. I still live in Kentucky. I live in Franklin, Kentucky, which is all probably about 38 miles north of Nashville.
There you go.
So,
beautiful country, man.
I live here. I live up here. I'm surrounded by all these farmers, and they don't. They like country music, but really all they care about is whether their crops get rain, and I like that. They don't want to write a song with me.
Man, you have wrote some awesome songs in your career. We was talking, before you called in. You started like in the early 90s. I remember when you first started playing these, some of the songs that you had. Of course, we didn't have playlists back then. You had to go buy cassettes or CDs or whatever. But
I'm telling you, times have changed, haven't they?
Yeah.
They really have.
I don't know. Everybody's talking. I think everybody's still making CDs because people buy CDs. But I don't know what the next thing's going to be. So
I'm still a CD man.
Right.
I have a Ford Ranger that I kick around in. It's got a CD player. Then I got my Chevy 4-wheel drive.
Oh, Lord, you don't drive a Chevrolet, do you?
Well, I drive a Chevy and Ford.
Oh, okay, so you got them both there. Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, and my wife's van is a Dodge.
Oh,
so I think I'm covered.
Now you got it. You got all. I'm just glad you ain't driving a Prius. We got things that got people to drive Priuses. You know how that goes.
oh yeah, and a Kia.
Kia, that's all about that.
It's a funny thing. Just yesterday, kind of things like that kind of strike me funny. But I was pumping my gas at the gas station, and there was this guy that drove by in a the Pacer.
Oh, Lord.
He had a red Pacer. It was a red Pacer, and he had flames going down the side of it. I thought to myself, oh, my God, I cannot believe that you put a flame on a Pacer.
You haven't seen Stephen's cars, obviously.
I had to laugh like crazy when he drove out of that parking lot. I was like, man alive, he's still clinging on to the rebel in him, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think a Pacer would hit 80 miles an hour if you dropped it out of an airplane.
Yeah.
The only difference between my cars and that one is that flames on mine are real. Yeah.
You
much.
do that, flames?
Yeah, we try to put them out as quick as we can.
He's got a.
Oh, okay.
Was it a Pinto?
You reeled me in on that one.
Yeah, I'm
like a fish.
Yeah, let her roll. So anyway.
Yeah. But I'm still making country music. I have written a lot of songs. God's been real good to me. Of course, my biggest one that made me, I tell everybody this at my shows when I sing, this one's made me a lot of biscuits and gravy right here. It's, I'm from the country, and I like it that way, and
right.
I thank God for that one. I remember where I was at when I wrote that song. Back when I was singing on MCA Records,
right.
I had the videos on CMT and everything like that. But they said I was too country for country. And
sounds about right.
Well, the Rolling Stone magazine, they did. I was so excited. that I made the Rolling Stone magazine.
Right.
That's the pinnacle in an artist's career. So I bought about 20 copies, and I went to my mama's house and said, Mama, your baby boy, what do you think about that? Your baby boy's in the Rolling Stone. And she was cooking. She said, well, read it to me. So they reviewed my album. I believe it was High and Dry.
Right.
And it was glowing reviews. They gave me 5 stars in the Rolling Stone on my album. They started talking about how great it was and stuff. But at the very end, it said, "But he's too country for country." And I looked at Mama. I said, "Mama, I'm from the country, and I like it that way."
Yeah.
And that's how I got wrote.
Oh, that's a cool tune. So, well, don't give them no credit. They don't need no residual checks from that. I guarantee it.
Well, they said they didn't say I'm from the country. They said too country for country. And I said, my response was, I'm from the country, and I like it that way. But I get the check every 3 months. I thank God for it.
There you go.
And then I've had, I was really excited. It Ain't Me If It Ain't You by Brooks and Dunn. I wrote that song. I remember as a songwriter, I was really excited because I loved Ronnie singing.
Right.
And as a songwriter, I remember they had called me, Brooks and Dunn, and had put the song on hold. That Ronnie really liked it a lot, and I was like, "Oh, that's great, man!" But when they put them on hold, that means they're interested in them. Right. Well, I had me a little spy in the studio. His name was JT Cornfloss.
Now there goes all your spying. They're gonna know who he is now.
well, he was the guitar player, right? In the session, and I called him, and I said, "Now, JT," and I said, "If they record my song, it's called It Ain't Me If It Ain't You. I need you to call me if they record." He says, "Okay, Marty, I'll do it." And so, sure enough, the next day, he called me. He was talking real low, and he said, "Marty," said, "we're getting ready to cut your song." And it went on the Hillbilly Deluxe album. He said, "Marty, we're getting ready to cut your song." I said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, tell me, who's going in the vocal booth?" He said, "Ronnie." I said, "Thank God."
There you go. Now you got some breaking news that you just found out about.
Oh yeah, I've been doing this a long time. I got on the America's Got Talent, and my wife tricked me and signed me up for there, and it got like 20 million views online, and the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame has called me, and I'm going into the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame on November the 13th. Wow. And that's like the Rolling Stone, that's a pinnacle in a Kentucky artist career. I mean, Loretta Lynn's in there, Keith Whitley's in there, oh yeah, Bill Monroe. So I'm really excited about the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame going there, and that's a story in itself too, because they wanted me to go in there. It was probably about 6 months ago. They told me that I was going in there, and then this coronavirus hit, so that kind of slowed it up. But in the meantime, what they did, they sent a body to the house. Right,
a body.
when I say they sent a body, it's a mannequin, okay. And in this mannequin,
I don't know too much about this now. Wait a minute.
Listen. So they sent this mannequin to go in the, into the case, right? And for me to put a shirt on and all this other stuff, and but when it came, I looked at the mannequin. I thought to myself, well, boy, they really modeled that body after me. I still got a 6-pack.
I do too, but you just got to get way down and look. You know what I'm saying?
Steven's got a keg.
Yeah, so I tell you what, this doggone thing, I'm so proud of this, because I had a 6-pack when I was back on MCA Records. I had a 6-pack. I was rolling, but I was like, you know what? I think on this display, I'm so proud of that 6-pack they gave me at the Hall of Fame. I think I'll just leave my shirt unbuttoned.
There you go. That'll work.
Yeah.
Packy works here.
But I'm really excited. I go in on November the 13th, and I told them, I said, just put me next to Loretta Lynn. No, put me in between Loretta Lynn and Keith Whitley, and I'll be a happy man.
There you go. Man, that's a great honor, man. I'm really glad to hear that, because you've worked hard. Yeah. You've worked hard.
Did you see me on America's Got Talent?
Yeah, we did. We watched that. And then, so how do you like your judges? I mean, were they normal, or, seemed like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were great. I guess if they like you, you like you. If they like you, if they like you. If they didn't, I'd hate to think that, but they always seemed to like me. Right. Howard Stern, I remember he was a basketball player tall. You really don't realize how tall he is. I made friends with him.
But he's ugly, though. He's really.
Yeah. 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 And he was great. He was tall, though, man. I thought, man. I remember when I first met him, I thought, man, I said, you should have played basketball when you missed your call. And he just laughed real good. And he said, well, you're a good singer. I said, well, I sure appreciate it.
There you go.
And then all the rest of them, Howie Mandel, got to meet all of them. And when I was on the side of that stage, I remember I went off there, Nick Cannon, my wife was crying because I did so good on the stage. Well, she cried all over Nick Cannon's $2,000 suit.
Good Lord. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm from the country and you are too. I ain't going to give $2,000 for a suit. I ain't paying over for a dang suit in the car that I drive, you know?
All Nick Cannon would, all he would eat they would bring him something to eat. All he would eat for breakfast, lunch, and supper was chicken and broccoli.
Oh, now I'm all right with chicken because I'm a Baptist, so we're all
Yeah, but
about
it's probably grilled. It wasn't fried chicken, was it?
No, it was grilled chicken. He had it for breakfast, he had it for lunch, and he had it for like man.
You need to get him some potted meat, man.
I think so. I don't know, but he was cool. Everybody was great on that show. I mean, it really was. I had a good time, and it was really great. I sang. Bob Dylan wrote that song. I think Dale's cut it. Garth Brooks has cut it. A bunch of people's cut it.
Oh yeah.
But my version's got like 20 million online. I remember. I remember that. I remember I was in Las Vegas.
Right.
And
you can remember that?
Yes, I can remember. I really can.
In Vegas?
Yeah. Oh, I was in Las Vegas. I remember we were filming The America's Got Talent out there.
Right.
And, this was the morning after it aired.
Right.
Okay, when I thought it come on. And I watched it that night with my wife in Las Vegas up in the hotel room and thought, well, man, that's really great. I thought it was great, and I was happy to show my wife off. And then we went on to sleep because we had filmed all day long.
Right.
And I went on to sleep, didn't think nothing of it. Thought, well, that's, it's cool. I'm proud of that. Woke up the next morning at 6 o'clock in the morning in Las Vegas, and I thought to myself, I said, well, I'll go get some coffee and some bacon and some biscuits at McDonald's for my wife when she gets up. So I walked outside the hotel room and all those bright lights and stuff, and I thought, well, I'm looking for the Golden Arches.
Yeah.
And I seen them over there amongst all the signs and stuff, and so I started making a beeline toward them Golden Arches. And as I was walking, there was this construction crew of about 20 men with hard hats on. They was up on this scaffolding working, and they seen me coming. And I had my cowboy hat on and stuff, and they seen me coming. And they had seen me on that show, America's Got Talent, the night before.
Right.
And them grown big Bubba men and them hard hats come climbing down off that scaffolding and run over to me, said, oh, my Lord. Said, we seen you on that show last night. They were bawling.
Really?
They got big bubbles and hard hats, and they're crying tears. I just love you, and I want to get a picture with you. And I went, yeah, let's do it, And I really didn't realize how it had affected the whole world until that morning.
Well,
so we took pictures and stuff. They're like, where are you heading? I said, I'm trying to go to McDonald's. And the foreman says, we're taking a break. We're all said, come on, we're giving Marty a lift over them Golden Arches.
There you
That's
go.
pretty neat. So, Marty, if people want to follow you, I know you have a Facebook page. I'm looking at that. If people want to follow you and see what's going on, how's the best way to do that? If you're performing somewhere, I know COVID's kind of slowed everything down.
I have been being real safe and real careful. And like everybody else, we wear the mask and everything. I played a couple of shows here. I played this weekend. I played last weekend.
Right.
My next show will be in Cave City, Kentucky, and there is a cave there.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm playing Cave City, Kentucky, November. Actually, I'm playing November the 14th, the day after I play and go into the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So I'll be in Cave City, Kentucky, on November the 14th. But you can follow me. But I know before I went on America's Got Talent, I have got a Facebook page. I had to learn and all that stuff.
Right.
My wife, she runs my Facebook page and the Twitter and all that. But when I was on America's Got Talent, I had to learn some new terms that I hadn't heard before. Because I did. I'm sure you guys are like me. I had to evolve a little bit to what's new,
Yeah.
No,
Stephen's like a Neanderthal. His wife takes care of all of his stuff too.
That's exactly right. That's the way I like it. So I remember when that America's Got Talent come out and started doing real good. My wife, she said, Marty, it was that next morning, and I took the McDonald's trip that I told you about. And when I got back to the hotel after eating with them construction workers, I come up to the hotel room and I said, "Here's your breakfast, honey." And she had pulled up she had pulled up on her laptop. She says, "Oh my God, Marty! So this daggone thing overnight is up like about through 2 or 3 million." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
She said, "You have gone viral." I said, "Well, honey, I didn't know it was catching." She said, "No, that means you're doing good."
I'm with you on that.
So I had to learn viral.
Yeah.
I had to learn what's all these the viral, download, and all that stuff, because I come from back when I first come. I really did. Yeah. But this is go ahead.
I'm with you.
No, I was just going to say this. I feel like I'm in a room with two Stevens right now.
I'm sorry. We might be kin, Marty. I'm telling you.
Well, that's what I got saying. I remember I just had honey. What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Sherry.
Sherry, Stephen, and I think I heard another voice on here, too.
Packy.
Yeah.
Y'all are ganging up on this old Kentucky boy this morning.
That's all right. Marty, we got to get to a break, though, man. I really appreciate you calling in. We're going to tune in for that. Hopefully they'll put that online when you get inducted in the Hall of Fame, because we can't make it up there. But
they will, and you guys can check me out all over the place and just go on there and find out where I'm at and what I'm doing, and I'll see you guys out there somewhere on the road, and y'all be safe. And
all right, man, we appreciate you calling in.
It's Saturday. Let's have a. Oh no, it's what is it's
today's Monday.
Hey, we're kin, man. We're definitely kin.
And here we go. Well, I've had a really busy weekend. I was in Louisville, Kentucky, and my Dallas Cowboys lost last night.
Oh, well, hey, Marty, the computer's going to cut us off because we got to get to a break, but we really appreciate you calling us.
Yeah, man, you're a great guy. Thank you.
Thank you for spinning my music.
There you go. Folks, don't forget you can listen online anywhere in the world at WJULradio.com. That is WJULradio.com. Or you can listen live at Lake 97.7 WJUL. And don't forget, we're going to be uploading this to the YouTube channel and our Facebook page. So just go to the Morning Dish. You can listen to the show again and give us a like and give us a share. We appreciate it.